Hello, welcome. Today I have another ink review video for you. This is called Saddle Amber, and this is by Nahvalur. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. We'll take a look at it. This one looks super pretty, so I wanted to give it a try. Here's how the bottle looks. Very pretty. Get this open real quick. All right, let's do a swatch. See how this turns out. I don't believe this has any shimmer or anything to it. It's just supposed to be a very pretty warm tone brown. Yeah, it's a really nice color. Okay, let's clean that off. And we'll go ahead and write the name. And just so I make sure I spell this correctly, there we go. Okay, so this is how it's looking so far. Very nice shade of brown. I'm going to set this under a fan to dry. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's go ahead and do some more tests. This is some copy paper, and I always like to test the inks on copy paper because sometimes you're stuck in a situation like maybe you're at work or school and you just want to know if this ink is going to behave itself on the less expensive papers. So I always like to test. All right, there we go. And that's how that's looking so far. I'm going to set that aside and then we'll try some HP 32. And HP 32 is also copy paper, but it's much nicer. It's smoother. It resists the ink really nicely. And sometimes you can see the special effects on this ink, or sorry, special effects on this paper if the ink has any. They do sometimes appear on this paper. So it's a really good budget option. There we go, and this is HP 32. And if there are any other inks or colors that you'd like to see me review, just leave a suggestion, and if I have it or if I can get it, then we can do a review. I try to respond to everybody's comments. All right, there we go. That's how that's looking so far. And then here is some Tomo River. And Tomo River paper is very, very smooth. It also resists the ink very well, and typically I get the best results on this paper, so I always like to include it in the reviews. This is Tomo River. We'll draw some lines here. And if you enjoy these videos or if they're helpful to you at all, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and then that way you won't miss anything. All right. And that's how that's looking. I'm going to go check on our swatch and see if it's dry. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. And here's how those swatches came out. This is a copy paper, and you can see this worked out really, really well. This is like a golden brown color. Very, very pretty on the copy paper. No issues at all. So this would be a good one to use if you don't have any of your nice paper around. And then here it is on the HP 32. You can see it's a much richer color here. A richer and deeper color. And there is a little bit of shading in the writing as well. It's very, very pretty. So this turned out really nice. And then here is how it looks on the Tomo River paper. And here you can see there's a lot more shading going on. So a little bit of halo shading in certain areas. Very pretty. And lots of shading in the writing. So this is a really nice one if you want a nice shading warm brown. Very pretty color. And then here's how the swatch turned out. And you can clearly see this like honey brown color in here. And then where it's darker, where the ink is laid down heavier, there's a lot more darker shading. And in here a little bit, this is almost like a slightly red leaning brown or orange. It's kind of hard to describe. There's another color there. And then in the writing down here, you could really see how pretty that shading is. It came out really nice. Very, very pretty. So this is a really nice color. I'll go ahead and leave a link for it down below. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.